We'll call the meeting to order then. Roll call of officers. Begeck. Or do we got Troy Stewart.
Here.
Digby.
Van, Digby.
Oh, sorry, Van. Eckerson. Did I say it wrong?
That's right.
Sorry.
That's right.
All right, with that, temporary chairman.
You forgot.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at name tag there.
Yeah, well, they don't have my.
What is your
The
name?
new old guy.
Jonathan Van Tol.
Jonathan Van
Toll.
Toll. All right, thank you. Nice to meet you and congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Just sign.
It's great to be back. Maybe.
Some temporary filling in, we have the election of the officers. With that, we're going to do nominations. Can I get a nomination for chairman?
Want to begin?
With that,
Actually, no, we got to do the temporary chair first. So that would be Matt.
I make a motion for Matt Beaver to be the temporary chair during the election process.
I'll second that.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? None. That will happen then. So now I go to the election of officers. Nominations for chairman again.
Want to begin?
Any other?
Second.
Second. Any other nominations? Any other nominations? Any other nominations?
I make a motion, we close the nominations with one vote for Von Begek.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Vaughn Begic is the new chairman.
Did you accept?
Will you accept, Vaughn?
Yeah, I accept, yes, right.
Thank you. With that, nomination of vice chairman. Nominations are open.
Jonathan Van Tol, Vice Chairman.
Any other nominations? Any other nominations? Any other nominations? With that, sorry,
One vote for John Van Tol.
with that vote, John, you are now the vice chairman. All in favor?
Aye.
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 All opposed?
But it's kind of a point of order
Yeah, that's
Yes.
supposed to accept.
that, well, acceptance or whatever is one thing, but when Van says
Do I look for a
he would
second?
direct, because it's unopposed, he can direct the secretary to cast one unanimous vote for the unopposed person. I think that's what Van was trying to get at. So then you don't have to make a vote of the rest of the board.
Okay,
So it'd be a,
thank you.
yeah,
So he closes it basically.
We don't have our-
well, you close them, after your third time, you just close the
Okay.
nomination. You don't need a motion to close it, but his motion should have been for you to cast one unanimous vote for the unopposed position.
That's what I meant.
Okay.
One anonymous,
Yeah, unanimous.
unanimous vote.
John, do you accept the vice chairman?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you. Open nomination for secretary. Do I have any nominations?
Nominate Troy Stewart, secretary.
Second.
Any other nominations? One second. Any nominations? Any nominations? With that closed, Troy, do you accept the position as secretary?
Yes, sir.
Stewart? Thank you. Sergeant at Arms, looking for nominations.
Well, first we gotta
Oh, I'm sorry.
make a motion that you cast one unanimous vote for Troy Stewart for secretary.
Support.
So I cast one vote.
And you're,
Okay,
you're good.
thank you. Apologize. So Sergeant at Arms, any nominations? Nomination going once.
I'll nominate Tim Eckstein. He's on the end there.
Tim Eckstein.
I'll second.
Any other nominations? You second? Tim, do you accept the nomination? Thank you.
Oh, it's just all the red rousers.
Tough job.
So with that, nominations are closed. Congratulations, everybody, for accepting positions. Citizen input. With, looks like only Mark's out there.
I'll make a motion that we return to regular business.
Yeah,
All right, so now you,
that should come up then, yeah.
all right, thank you. All opposed, or all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Thank you, sir.
We're going to restore
Thanks,
regular
Matt.
business.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, sorry about that first
Hey.
time.
Oh, no.
Checks in the mail.
This is my third run as secretary. I'm getting close to figuring it out. Too many notes.
What's that?
Should play closer.
All right,
Shorthand.
so citizen input, don't see too many. Petitions and communications,
It's too cold.
maybe this might be the spot for Mark to give us some communications about what's going on.
Welcome back.
I have nothing, Mr. Chairman, unless there's questions.
Okay. Nothing for us to
Oh, this is,
decide. Reports, resolutions, quarterly statistics. Do we have some here? Yeah. there you
If
go.
I may, sir. So you'll notice on the quarterly statistics, the spreadsheet-looking thing says fiscal year 2004, where the county, the other part of it, the Word document says 2023 quarter four. So we use, in the office, we use a spreadsheet from the state that the state has approved we use for tracking for the grant. So that's why that says fiscal year, because we're currently we just finished the first quarter of fiscal year '24. So that's just so there's any confusion as to why that spreadsheet on the page, the second page of that document says fiscal year '24, but yet the other document says 2023 quarter four. So that's why it looks like that. So in what those two, the one document, the two documents are different. The spreadsheet tracks basically what the service officers do, and the other one is the rest of the office type of emergency relief, markers for burials and funerals, and all the other things that basically Gary takes care of, or either of us do, but that's why there's two different formats, because the county wants the format of what you see on the first page, and the other part is what the state usually wants. So we use them both.
A question about transportation, how we're doing with the van service and transportation.
We're doing okay. We have 4 drivers currently. No, actually, I think we're up to either 5 or 6 now. We just got another one. So at least we've got a relief when the guys go to Florida here coming up real soon, so.
Or 4 days a week?
4 days a week, not Fridays, yes.
Yeah.
Not holidays, so obviously we didn't drive yesterday.
Any other questions? Otherwise, a motion to receive would be in order.
I make a motion to receive the fourth quarter report from Mark.
I second.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Old business. I don't think we had any old business to carry over.
One issue.
New business, we applied for the state loan or grant again, I believe.
Yeah, sorry, we did request permission to apply for the fiscal year '25 grant. We did get the fiscal year '24 grant back before October, so we've got 110,000, I believe, was we'd asked for what we got, so we got it from them, so
Yeah.
we'll be starting that process again now. Actually, Matt will be starting that process again with coming up with this year's, and it's usually May or June at some point where they want the forms filled out and all that stuff back to them, so. And we primarily use it for funding the county service officer and for the part-time person. That's mainly what we use those funds for.
So then all the millage money we can direct towards the veterans in needs.
Yes, we
Because the
use,
state grant is paying for our office staff.
yes. And they don't, so we get the first 50,000 comes usually around the 1st of October, and then everything beyond that is a reimbursement. So we do get it. County does have to pay out a little bit out of that millage, and then it gets reimbursed back into that fund, so. But yes, we then use the majority of it for emergency relief.
And our budget for the year, the budget from the county, the part that we provided, did we use up the budget, or are we pretty?
Actually, I'd have to
We used all the budget. We actually had to move a little bit of funds because we had the gentleman at the bathroom remodel.
Yeah.
So I had to allocate funds, move it around, but we made the year great, and looks like we're on schedule for next year.
Yeah. Sounds good. Anybody, anything else? Any
I have a
announcements?
question on the budget. I don't see in here where the furnace on that one lady's place is.
The one we just did.
The last furnace we just did,
Pardon me?
the furnace that we just approved,
Yeah.
furnace,
3,500.
I had to move money around to do that. But we had the extra surplus.
That's what I was gonna say, yeah.
All right.
Announcements. I talked to Senator Daley a couple days ago. They have the veterans legislation moving, the one on the, there's that legislation from like 1898, about $10 a day. He thinks it's going to go. He talked to the chair of the committee, and they're supposed to take it up whenever they get back in session. They're out of session right now. And it's a bipartisan bill to help veterans, so he's thinking that it'll pass in April or May, whenever they get back in session again, to update some of the numbers, how much money you can give. And I'm not sure what they set the figure at is, it was $10, I know, it wasn't a big amount, but they made some other changes. So hopefully we clear up some of the old legislation that they had. I haven't seen the final version yet, though.
That was from the engineer.
That was a law from like 1900 or something.
Yeah, there's some old ones there. But part of it, I think part of it was the allowing the millage, that we can do the millage thing. Yeah, that was a good part of it.
Sure.
Get to do the millage part. I think we could also go to 2/10. If we find we're running behind on the budget, we could actually go to 2/10, I believe. There's a provision in the law too, so. Any other announcements? Otherwise, yes.
Bay County Veterans Council Honor Guard has a new treasurer. Fred Zugler has died, and I volunteered to take his place.
Thank you for volunteering. You know what they said in the service.
Yeah, I know. I volunteer for a lot of things.
Or you didn't step backward when everybody was, when you stepped
Pardon me?
forward.
Yeah, step back.
You didn't step back, everybody stepped forward.
Yeah.
I had a question from a constituent about the flags on the west side of along the river, not the helicopter. And he was complaining because they took those flags down on December 7th, which was Pearl Harbor Day, and I didn't get a chance to call Mike Burke. Dan had mentioned to call Mike Burke about it. Does anybody know about the flags? Who takes care of those and maintains them? Otherwise, I have to call Mike Burke. And somebody thinks it is Mike Burke that does that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably didn't even know.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I know the monument committee does the work at the helicopter, but I guess he was upset that they took him down so early, but that was probably the last Veterans event until, I don't know, Veterans Day or Memorial Day. So, and they must have a policy when they take those flags down. So I'll try to find out. Call Mike. Otherwise, St. Patrick's Day parade, I think we're planning to have a contingent in there,
Yeah.
veterans.
Veterans, BVA will be there in the lead car, and along with Plow. Last year, the car, or the truck we were in, we got moved to the very back. We should be just in front of the flag line, or just in back of the flag line.
Okay.
And there were a lot of unhappy veterans.
So who puts the application in? Do we have to apply to the St. Patrick's Day Parade people?
Mark Smith was the one that told us where to be there,
Yeah.
and he was driving.
So we need to maybe put that on the application that we need to be up front. Yeah. And veterans are invited to come, right? It's an open invitation to veterans to come march in the parade. If they want.
Yeah, I think there was.
Yeah.
We've always, that's not one year ago, because we've always in the front.
I'm going to a funeral of a Vietnam vet, Danks, David Danks. He's had served 3 terms in Vietnam, 3 tours of duty. And it's at Skorupski on, the funeral's Saturday at 4. So I don't know if the color guard was going to be there, or if they asked for it or not. It's a 4 o'clock funeral.
The only funeral I know of right now is the one on Friday.
Yeah.
I think they have a
At
service
Trons.
on Friday, electrons.
I might talk to, I know his daughter, if she knows that she could ask for the color guard to be there. It was a 3-term Vietnam vet, so I'll talk to the daughter and see if they know about that, or if they want to have the color guard come.
Yeah, if I know that it's a Vietnam veteran, there'll be 2 or 3 of us in colors for Vietnam.
I will give her a call.
Yeah, I think they have a ceremony of life on Friday night for him, if I remember. I just read that today.
2 days Friday is a viewing at Skorupski, and then the funeral is at Skorupski. There's a viewing from 2 to 4 on Saturday also.
Okay.
And then the funeral is at 4 o'clock. So I don't know what he did in Vietnam, but he was there 3 tours of duty, so,
Somebody had that, I read that today, actually. I saw
Yeah.
that today.
yeah.
Thanks.
All righty, unless we have anything else, a motion to adjourn is always in order.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Thank you.